Well, good morning, guys. I don't intend, for the record, to do daily vlogs on this bivocational builder thing here, but I do want to just kind of capitalize on some of the moments as I go throughout my day. And I've already been to Home Depot first thing this morning, and one of the things that I do as a bivocational pastor is I don't have a moment where I'm at the church, in my office praying, in a room or in the sanctuary. But I take that moment when I get in my truck in the morning and I'm by myself on my way to a job or on my way to Home Depot, which is where I was on my way to this morning before the job. I take that time oftentimes to pray because it's me by myself. It's the perfect opportunity to capitalize on just kind of focusing on the day. And man, I've got so many people that are going through so many things, and it's just a great moment to really utilize that personal, private time to just pray for different things. And so, some of you, if you watch this, I might have prayed for you. You never know. But I had to go to Home Depot to get some materials for a little bathroom job. Um, the customer wanted to increase storage space, and it's a small master bathroom. There's not a large footprint at all. We're just doing more of a facelift. We didn't tear anything out. We just added some extra lighting, and the best thing we could do for some extra storage was just a recessed medicine cabinet in the wall. So I had to go pick that up. On another job, I'm waiting on the electrician to finish up because I've got to get the electrical inspected before I close up the walls. We're doing some soundproof insulation in between some office spaces. Um, so I've got some time that I'm waiting on other people. At another job that we just kind of finished up, I'm waiting on an appliance repair guy to come and to check out a range that we put in, and nothing coming up on the display, brand new. So the theme and the moral of this whole day in this episode is, life is all about needing each other. For years, when I first kind of started the church, I worked by myself because it was the easiest way to do bivocational ministry. I would do, you know, every job that I could do. Obviously, it limited the jobs I could take to smaller jobs, but I would do everything I could, and I'd do it all myself. That way, I didn't have to rely on scheduling other guys or anything like that. It made it easier early on when I started the church bivocationally to kind of manage both. But, as I got a little older and maybe perhaps a little wiser, um, and I just kind of got tired of the grind of working and getting filthy during the day, I realized that, why don't I focus on more of a general contracting um, type thing? And so that's what I've kind of been focusing on the last few years. That way it gets me out of the field full time and kind of more behind the scenes, operating the business, building the business. There's a lot of similarities to building a church. Yes, I know God builds the church, but we play a part. But the thing is, when you're building a team of any sort, it takes other people, and you've got to learn to rely on other people and their strengths and their skill set and their gift. Um, and so in the construction field, there's licensed plumbers and electricians and mechanical HVAC technicians. And these people you rely on to get the project done. And it takes all of us working together towards a common goal to, have a successful project and a happy homeowner. The end result is always a happy homeowner. the same thing is true in the church, especially bivocationally. If I'm bivocational, well, what that means is all of my leaders are bivocational. All of our volunteers are bivocational. And so, as the pastor of the church, one of the things that I've got to do is I got to make sure that I'm finding the right people, getting them in the right place, so they can kind of play their part. Because listen, there is no way, if you're a bivocational pastor, what that means more than likely, not 100% of the time, but more than likely it means you're in a smaller church setting. And what you have to realize is you can't do everything. You cannot do everything. As long as you keep doing everything, the church will stay small. It's just inevitable. I would have never grown my business to the place where I'm at today if I would have kept doing everything. Now, it was easier. It was a lot easier because I knew what I was doing. I knew I wasn't going to make mistakes. I knew I wasn't going to get called back, for any type of thing that might have been done wrong or something like that. It was easier. And in the church world, it's easier if you're doing everything. You're in control of everything, but you cannot be in control of everything. You've got to release control to the right people at the right time. You know, get the right people in the right place, going in the right direction at the right time. That's a powerful thing in life. And so, you know, I had to get over there and get the materials over there so we get the new lighting cut in and the new medicine cabinet cut in so that the painter could finish the texture work that they're doing so we could continue to move forward, get the paint done, and get this little project wrapped up while I'm waiting on the electrician to finish up the other project. It's a process, but it's a process where we got to rely on each other, rely on other people. And so that's what I'm doing today. That's what I'm learning, what I've been learning in this season of my life, is you got to keep relying on people, and even when they might make a mistake, this is specifically towards those bivocational pastors. Even if your leaders or the people that are helping you in the church make a mistake, man, that's a time and a moment for you to help them grow. There's a joke that we have, you didn't hire me, so you can't fire me. You're not paying me, so you can't get rid of me, which you can. I mean, you can have people reassigned in a bivocational setting or where they're volunteering. But man, what you need to do is you need to help that person grow. Your job is to, create a stronger, better leader, and give them the time and the space to grow and continue to just move in the right direction. And I'm hoping that as I go through just sharing some of my struggles, strengths, whatever it might be on this vlog, I hope there's some other pastors out there that I can help. Like I said yesterday, I just want to help people. I want to see you win, whatever that looks like. A win looks different for all of us, but man, I'm cheering you on. And I hope in the coming episodes, I'll share something with you that will inspire you and help you to get to where you want to be. I just pulled up to the house, which is also my home office, so I've got to go. If you've been enjoying this episode, this series, leave me a comment. Let me know how it's blessing you. Maybe it's not blessing you. Maybe it's just letting you know what it looks like to be a bivocational pastor if you're a part of a church. And maybe it gives you a little better insight onto what your pastor, is facing on a daily basis. I have to kind of constantly have like a dual focus on things of the church, things of the business, things of the church, things of the other things that I'm doing. So if this is helping you, subscribe, hit that bell, and let's go on our journey together. Have a great day.